Just in the last hour, Porter Adventist Hospital is now offering blood tests for patients impacted by that sterilization breach.
It's the hospital's latest move after notifying the public about that breach that potentially put patients at risk for HIV and hepatitis B and C. And this is specifically for people who had orthopedic or spinal surgeries between February and yesterday.
Denver 7 Sally Mamdou's live at the hospital. They're not saying much over there, Sally.
Shannon, the hospital is declining to give any comments on camera or answer many of our questions. However, as of we reported, all of surgical procedures have been suspended until further notice by the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. For tonight, though, the hospital's focus is right on the patients. They want to be able to reach out to them and help provide them with a blood test. Today at Porter Hospital, doctors and health officials reaching out to a number of patients trying to reschedule planned surgeries and reassure people their hospital is safe. Officials at the hospital tell us tonight they needed to take this action because the state health department is still investigating the scope of the exposure. Those at risk include patients who had orthopedic or spine surgery between July 21st, 2016 and today. The concern is exposure to HIV, hepatitis B or C. A disease control investigation by the state is ongoing, and some signs indicate change in water quality related to surgical equipment may be part of the concern. Now some patients are reaching out to attorneys wondering what their next step might be, and is there a real life-threatening concern.
The hospital certainly has some problems, but the patients also are going to have an uphill battle.
Legal personal injury expert David Beller says holding the hospital liable isn't going to be simple for former impacted patients. Patients have to prove they've directly contracted a blood-transmitted disease because the hospital failed to properly clean its surgical equipment.
The patient would have to show damages that they suffered, and it's not enough for them to simply show that the hospital was negligent in how they sterilized their instruments, but rather they suffered real damage because of it.
Colorado Department of Health and Environment won't comment much on their investigation into the hospital, but says, quote, the risk of harm from this incident continues to be unknown, but it is thought to be low. We still have a lot of questions unanswered as to why this discovery was made right now and if someone else other than the hospital is involved in the sterilization process, and if so, would they be held liable? Patients that might have concerns or questions should use the hotline that the hospital has established. We also have a link to that hotline and the number on our web story at thedenverchannel.com. For now, we're live in Denver. Sally Mamdou, Denver 7.
Thank you, Sally. We plan to keep asking questions about this situation at Porter Adventist. And as Sally mentioned, there is a hotline that patients can call. The number's there at the bottom of your screen. It's 303-778-5694.